How to describe people, things, and animals in French. There are a few things to keep in mind. To describe people, places, things, or animals, we must use the verb être, mostly in the third person of singular or plural. We need to know who are we describing. And also we need to keep in mind that we have to do the subject and the adjective or the noun agreement. The verb être has the following functions: to describe physical and personality traits like petit, petite, intelligent, intelligente, to describe status or profession, for example, étudiant, étudiante, professeur, médecin, to describe the appearance of someone or something, for example, the color, the form, the shape, blanc, blanche, carré, rectangulaire, rond, etc. To describe the origin, background, and nationality, for example, Canadien, Canadienne, Français, etc. To describe the way people, animals feel, for example, content, contente, malade, triste. To describe an action or a movement verb, for example, il est entré, elle est partie. What or who are we describing? To describe in French, we use proper nouns. We use subject pronouns. We describe animal, things, or places. And we describe family or friends. Before we start the description, which in this case we are going to use the verb être, let's review the forms of the verb être au présent de l'indicatif. Je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, on est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. I have written in red il est, elle est, on est, ils sont, elles sont, because these are the forms and the subject pronouns that we'll be using mostly in this lesson. How to describe when using proper nouns. Claudine est intelligente. Paul est canadien. Marc est à l'école. Jacqueline est étudiante. As you see, I have highlighted here the verb être, a third person du singulier. Troisième personne du singulier. Okay? And then the first and last sentence, I also have made the subject, have applied the subject agreement. So, for example, Claudine, c'est féminin, it's feminine. Intelligente, I added the E. Jacqueline est étudiante. Étudiant, étudiante is a noun. However, since étudiant applies to the masculine gender, étudiante applies to the feminine gender. How to describe using subject pronouns. In general, or generally speaking, subjects take the place of a noun. For example, il est sportif. Elle est partie. Ils sont heureux. Elles sont heureuses. On est en retard. Let's take each and every one of these sentences and see what it means in English. Il est sportif means he's athletic. Elle est partie. As you see in this form, we have used the verb être as an auxiliary. And then we have the past participle of the verb partir, which means to leave. In here, we have the agreement. Parti, even though it's a verb, in this case, acts as an adjective. So we make the verb agree with the subject pronoun, which in this case is elle. Ils sont heureux, elles sont heureuses. Here we make the subject pronouns agree with the adjective heureux ou heureuse by using the verb sont, être. Last one says on est en retard. In here, the subject pronoun en in English has a few meanings. One of the meanings is it, but it can also be they. In this case, on est en retard means they're late. How to describe animals or things. Le chien est blanc, la chatte est noire, le livre est bleu, l'ordinateur est sur le bureau. In the first three sentences, we're describing characteristics. In the last one, we're describing location. L'ordinateur, the computer, est sur le bureau, is on the desk. How to describe family and friends. Mon père est docteur, mon frère est ingénieur, ma sœur est au lycée, mon ami est contente. As you see the last one, the E written in red tells us that we have applied the agreement between the subject, which is mon ami, my friend, a girl, est contente. If it was a boy, it will be est content. But in here, content, we add the E, so we make it agree. Generally speaking, these words in here are professions. Et au lycée indicates the state, the status of ma sœur, which is my sister. So she's in high school. So it indicates the status. And lastly, to describe places. L'école est loin d'ici. The school is far from here. La France est un pays européen. France is a European country. La maison est près de la bibliothèque. The house is close to the library. As you see, in sentence 1 and sentence 3, we talk about locations. The second sentence, we talk about the status. What type of country is France? France is a European country. This is the lesson for today, and I hope I will see you next time with another lesson.